Just Quote the podcast, but we do more than just quote. Today is the 8th of July 2022, so we are here with a new We Just Quote Daily. Before I get into this one, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and do all that good stuff. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend, on the road to 200 subscribers. So let's get into it. So, as of today, yesterday, the UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson resigned from being Prime Minister and being the leader of the Conservative Party. I believe this has come about because of sort of the parties that have happened in 10 Downing Street. And I think the main idea is that people have just lost sort of faith in him, and his integrity has been questioned. I found out because one of my friends posted it on his story, and then I also found out because I follow BBC News on Instagram, and they posted a picture saying UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson decides to resign as Conservative leader. His resign follows a mass resignation, which was sparked by renewed questions over his integrity. He will continue as Prime Minister up until autumn, when his successor will take over following a Conservative leadership contest. I'm not going to go into the ins and outs of the actual politics and how they're going to choose a new leader, all that kind of stuff. I do have a friend though who super loves politics, knows all the ins and outs of it, and I know he'd love to come on this podcast. So if you want to listen to him and listen to us have a little debate and just have a little chat, show some love. Like, tell your friends, tell a friend, tell another friend. But I'll speak to him and see if we can get that going. But yeah, so he resigned and he gave a little speech on BBC News. Basically, they said that, what was his words? It is clearly now the will of the Parliamentary Conservative Party that there should be a new leader of the party and therefore a new Prime Minister, he said. He described the role as Prime Minister as the best job in the world and thanked the British public for the immense privilege you have given me. So, do I believe that he should have resigned? Yeah, do I believe that he should have resigned? I don't know. It's a sticky one because if you asked me months ago, I was 100% yes, and I was unhappy, very angry actually when I found out about the parties that had gone on, because I just feel like him and the rest of Parliament are sort of like they're the ones sort of making the rules and doing all this kind of stuff. And during lockdown and COVID, they were telling people to stay home, not go to parties, etc. Rightly so, stop the spread of COVID. But they themselves are doing it, and it's very hypocritical. And I remember when it first came out and the investigation was going on, I remember at the beginning, Boris, I feel like he knew. I thought he knew he was there, but when asked, he just kept saying, "Oh, we'll let the investigation do his thing. Let the investigation do his thing." He should just owned up and been like, "Yeah." However, he waited until he was found out, like most people do, and then apologized and did his thing. And I feel like nowadays, all you got to do is sit in front of a camera, do a little apology, and then everything's okay, even though it is kind of tough because it's like, what more can you do? But yeah, it shouldn't happen in the first place. However, if there's the other side of it where you look at the COVID stuff, the Brexit stuff, has he actually done his part? Has he made decisions and all that kind of stuff? So it's very tricky. I do feel like though I lost faith because of the parties and stuff, and I imagine many people did. But I feel like it is very easy for other MPs to turn on him really quickly. As in the car yesterday, listening to the radio, and I don't know who was speaking and what channel it was, but somebody was the host or whatever was saying that it's crazy how you can see all the MPs and stuff sort of turn on him really quickly, and how it is sort of every man for himself. And he was saying that okay, so maybe Boris probably wasn't at every single party, and he's been to a few and he apologised or whatever, and maybe he fully didn't know what was going on. That I don't know. When the investigation came out with the report, I actually didn't listen to it. I feel like I need to immerse myself in politics more. I've always said that it doesn't really interest me, whatever, but it should, because this is the world that I'm living in, and so I probably should take an interest in politics more. I feel like it should be educated and shown to young people more, but actually I feel like people need to educate themselves. Same thing with like racism or whatever and discrimination. Obviously, parents can teach you, school can teach you, but you need to do your own research as well and educate yourself on what is okay and what's not okay. So yeah, like with politics, you need to educate yourself and whatever. But with all of that, do I think he should go? Well, it doesn't matter because he's going. But yeah, it's a sticky one. I think the faith is lost because of what he's done, and he shouldn't have done that. And he admitted and said sorry, which is great, but I think he needs to face the consequences, and leaving probably is that. I know he's been in Prime Minister for I think 3 years. You know, he's done his part. I think he said obviously he's very sad and that this was the best job in the world for him. I don't know how, because I don't think I could ever be Prime Minister. I never really want to. I just think no matter what you do, people will scrutinise you. But that's for some people's life goals and their dreams, and he's done that, and I'm happy for him. But yeah, comment down below your opinions and tell me what you think, because the whole thing's very, I don't know. But yeah, that's happening. I know obviously he's staying until autumn, but I think some people were saying that he should get like that he should be replaced straight away because like he shouldn't be able to do it over the summer. I don't know. I think now he's got his last few months. He should just make a big impact, do his thing, and then just I don't know what happens if he retires, if he whatever, just sits in his corner on a nice beach and be like I don't know what happens to all the old prime ministers like Theresa May, David Cameron. Like, I don't know what they're doing in life, but yeah, that's that. So for this week's quote of the week, I wanted to focus on sort of the end point of Boris's sort of quote. I know there's a whole speech where he says that this was the best job in the world. Where he says this is the best job in the world. So this week's quote of the day. I hope I didn't say quote of the week. If I did a quote of the week, I mean quote of the day. This week's quote of the day, no, not this week's. Today's quote of the day. That makes sense. Is do what makes you happy, because obviously spamming off what Boris said, how like it was the best job in the world, and I think he was genuinely happy, and that's what he wanted. So I'm saying go out and do what makes you happy, whether it is going out for work, don't just chase the money, do something that you want to do that makes you happy, even if it's stressful. You know what, you get driving, you get happiness from it, whether it's an activity, whether it's you know what you want to treat yourself today, have a dinner, whatever you do what makes you happy. Thank you for listening. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.